And, 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 if I did everything right, we are live. Yes, it looks
Oh,
like we're
I thought
live.
we were live like two
No,
seconds
I'm
ago,
sorry. Yeah, no,
which is why I was apologizing
oh,
to apparently just only you. But I was
that's fine.
also going to say again, I guess, for the benefit of the actual public, sorry, everybody, we're late. It's me. I'm the problem.
It sounds like a Taylor Swift song. Uh,
That was important.
okay. Yeah, we're live. Hello, 8-bit Aaron. Let's go. We're live. We got all the cool kids hanging out in here chatting before we even start. We did get a comment from oh crap. Nico said I came here for the full nerd, not something half-assed. Well, guess what? That's what you're gonna get. I just saw hearts. Did you see hearts?
Uh,
Can you see when people give a heart? Can somebody? Hey, look at
yeah,
that.
I have seen
What
that.
is
I just saw
that?
like a ta-da
Yeah.
congratulatory emoji.
What happens if I do Gordon's face? Oh no, it doesn't give it.
Oh my
Man,
gosh, I
how are
am
people doing
seeing.
that? I'm seeing hearts. How are you doing this?
Oh my
Uh,
God, the Gordon animated GIF emoji thing is incredible.
it's too good, right? I got another one too. This is my other favorite one. This slam dunk Gordon. Slam dunk. Wow. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, we had so many people ready for us at 1 o'clock. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's fine. Yeah. Gordon is here in GIF form, and you know what? That's about right.
You
So.
know, it's perfect because you made this I'm gonna say it, you made this GIF in Asia. Gordon is somewhere traversing the wilds of Asia right now, isn't he? So it seems thematically appropriate for him.
No, I made some gifts over in Taiwan, and actually, funny enough, Willis told me that Dr. Ian Cutress did it as well. I need to reach out and get some of his gifts. But I did load up our Discord server with stickers of some of these. Friend of the show Ziv helped me make them into a Discord friendly format. So, and Lewis Law, hello, welcome. 4:23 p.m. in Toronto. It is 1:23 p.m. here in California. And luckily they were doing construction outside of my apartment building, and they've stopped, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I might be muting periodically because my neighborhood is very noisy. Oh my gosh. Last night, I swear to
Mm.
God, San Francisco was just one big fireworks show for 3.5 hours
Oakland as well.
consecutive.
Yeah,
Like
it
normally
it
you
was
have like
nuts.
random neighbors just like popping off here and there with their Roman candles or whatnot. But I swear it was legitimately just going on continuous. It was so long that I started getting unnerved. And it was the funniest thing because I would look over at Splat
Mm.
and he would just be like, and at one point he was just like out cold like
Oh, he doesn't
this.
care. Wow. Okay.
No, I
Well, that's
was
good.
shocked.
This is our first fireworks season with Guthrie, and he did fine for the most part. He definitely not as scared as BB was. He was definitely hanging out in his little hidey spot, but yeah, he wasn't like super crazy.
Yeah.
So that's good. Just realized I have to share it over on Discord, and I've shared it on Discord. Yeah, half nerd. We're here. We did it. Um,
This is the first time we've done this in over a year.
Over a year. Yeah.
Over a year.
What is it? It's oh man, 4 day weekend. I had a good 4 day weekend. How about
I
you?
know. I'm so fried.
I almost thought about making it a 9 day weekend and just being like, do I need to work these next 3 days? Well,
Too late.
yeah, too late. I'm
Too
here.
late.
I'm here.
And building a PC tomorrow too.
I know we got to announce it. I haven't told anybody yet.
Oh,
No, that's fine.
spilling secrets here.
No, I got to make the post. I was going to make the post after this. So, and yes, David James, that is Gordon jumping up and down saying, okay. That's how he is behind the scenes. He's just so energetic and
He's our
happy.
cheerleader.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think we're ready. We got all the cool kids hanging out. And I think we should go for it. Are you ready, Elena?
I am ready, and I'm ready for your amazing intro.
Yeah, it's I messed up at least a couple times last episode, so let's see if I can do it in one take where we're talking about cheap old games, being big old meanies to Gordon, and what was the other one? I can't see it in my screen.
Candy tier.
Oh, candy tier list. Yes, that's what it was. I started to make the list over here, but all right, cool. I think I am ready if you are. Then
Let's
gotta
do this.
stretch it out, a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, here we go. Man, I still want. Nobody's told me how they're doing the reactions in the chat. I love that.
Is it just the emoji? Like, I feel like maybe they just choose an emoji and
I
then
guess I don't know. All right.
we're old people. Someone has to tell us how this works. Here, let's see.
Oh yeah, and Skeets, yes, please get the next beer. What are you having for beer? That didn't show up. I did.
Oh well.
Yeah. What
All
if
right,
I what
will
if
let
I
you
do
the
this
intro.
one?
We'll get started.
No, see, that one doesn't do it either. I'm so confused. Anyway. All right, I got to get the thing ready over here, hit the button, and in this episode of The Half Nerd, we talk about cheap old games, being big old meanies to Gordon, and our candy tier list. One go.
So it means to be a half nerd.
Welcome to this episode of The Half Nerd. It's episode, 263.5. I am your host, Adam Patrick Murray, and my other half nerder is Elena Yee. Hello, Elena.
Hello, everybody. I was going to say maybe being half nerd means that we also do the intro in half the number of takes.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, we're not to the Gordon bullying section yet. We'll get there
that wasn't
soon.
even meant to be bullying. I'm just saying, like, that's
okay.
that's our only claim to some fame.
I'll take it.
Right? Like, if we're half of everything, at least we also get half of that.
True. And, we haven't done a half nerd in over a year, we realized. So some of you fine folks might not even know what the hell a half nerd is. And
we should probably explain.
It's just half of the full nerd. I think that's it.
Half the expertise, half the crew members. Maybe,
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not going to say anything about you, Adam, but for at least on my end, it's definitely more than, less than a quarter of knowledge.
No, that's about right. But I do want to give updates on the other two members of the full nerd. Gordon is still on vacation. He's still like, peace out. I don't care about any of this full nerd stuff. And when I say, good job, Gordon, go on vacation, go relax, have fun.
It's healthy.
He doesn't get back till next week. Whether he's going to be in the episode next week, I'm not quite sure. Still trying to line up some guests, but we will see. And then Brad, I want to give an update to Brad. If you hadn't heard last week, I talked about it on the show, but Brad's apartment unfortunately burned down, and he lost pretty much all his belongings from either the fire itself or from them trying to put out the fire. So yeah, he didn't ask me to provide any updates, but I do want to provide some updates. He is doing fine. Him and his family are safe. He has been like staying in kind of hotel situations, but they have some clothes and food and a place to stay as of right now. And somebody asked earlier how his spirit is doing, and Brad's got that nice fighting spirit, so he's doing as good as he can be. But it sounds like what he's dealing with mostly, I don't know about the long weekend, but mostly he's just been dealing with insurance, taking photos of everything that got ruined, filling out paperwork, trying to figure out all the insurance stuff. So
it's a lot.
That is a lot, and hopefully he gets all that sorted out. Take your time, get it done, Brad. We're thinking about you, and who knows when he'll be back on the show. Not even worrying about that right now. Just thinking about him and trying to support him any way we can. Some fine YouTubers have been donating some merch that we're going to be sending his way, and a lot of people are donating to a GoFundMe. I pinned it in the chat here if you want to contribute to Brad getting back on his feet. It's not just Brad. He actually had enough money to help out his neighbor too, who was affected by the fire.
Two neighbors, I think.
Two neighbors. Oh, okay, that's awesome. So Brad always thinking of others. That's one of the things I love about Brad. And if you do feel like you are able to help contribute, there's that link in the chat. If you're watching or listening to this later, there's a link in the description to a GoFundMe, and that money is going directly to him. That is not a scam. It
Yeah.
is his funds. So
Yeah, and if you are looking for more updates about how he's been doing, he has some pretty detailed updates in the GoFundMe account. So like even if
yep.
you aren't able to financially contribute, but you're just interested to know how he's been doing, how his family's doing, that's a really good source for first party information. Also, he's been updating periodically on Twitter.
Yeah,
So that's another place where you can get your updates.
and on Twitter he was posting photos of destroyed PC parts.
I was going to say some of it's not safe for PC enthusiasts.
Yeah, make your heart hurt. I think it was the morning that the 4060 reviews went live. He was like, "Oh, here's my 4060. It is caked in whatever goop."
Ash.
Yeah.
Ash and ruined drywall.
But yeah, no, he's got some real in-depth updates over on the GoFundMe, and periodically chiming in over on Twitter too. So as much as Twitter's a dumpster fire, it is a place where you can at least interact with him. If anything, just shoot him a tweet and say, hey, thinking about you. Hope everything gets sorted out soon. So yeah, I guess that is the updates, but we should get into the topics for today, because we got some good topics. I'm excited about this. How about you?
I'm going to bring us into the first topic.
No,
I
please.
was going through the Steam sale, and it's actually a good thing that you can't own multiple copies of a game, because I probably just because it's such a good price, I probably own about like 15 copies of Portal or Portal 2. Like,
I do
when
have
the
that on my list. Yeah.
No, seriously, because I think it's on sale for like 99 cents. Like 99 cents for what? I'm not a smart person, okay? And I
You
don't
are.
play
You
puzzle
are.
games because of that, because they make me remember how stupid I am. But Portal is one of those rare puzzle games for me that made me feel incredibly smart for figuring out the puzzles.
Hmm.
So because of that, I am very emotionally attached to it. And when it's 99 cents, I'm just like, who can I give it to this time?
Yeah. And to back it up real quick, we did have somebody in the chat earlier being like, "Well, how old are we talking about here?" And this kind of just stemmed off of the Steam summer sales going on right now. You can of course there's some small discounts on games that like just came out in the past couple years, but I think we both agree that we like to go through and like just find old games or older games that are just like you can get like maximum amount of playtime on pennies on the dollar. And yeah, like I made a list because I went through Steam beforehand, and I made a list. I can't tell how many that is. Maybe about 24. And
wow,
yeah,
okay.
in
You
there.
actually prepped for this. Really.
Well, because I was like, yeah, like which ones, and I was kind of thinking like you. I was like, which ones would I guarantee I'm gonna buy? I would buy that again in a damn heartbeat if I didn't already have it. And yeah, Portal 1 and 2 for $1 each, and Half-Life 2. All of them
Oh, yeah.
are $1 each. Like Portal
How incredible
1.
is that?
Oh,
$1.
like yeah, like Portal 1 is an awesome contained little bite-sized game. Like for $1 it's damn good. Portal 2, I mean that is a huge game. Like
Yeah, the co-op.
yeah.
Co-op section is actually what drew me into it.
Oh really? Oh nice.
Yeah, I actually backed into it through the co-op section
Okay.
because I had a friend who had played the first Portal, and he was so pumped for there being a co-op mode in Portal 2, and he begged me to play with him. I was like, "You have other friends that play puzzle games?" He's like, "Yeah, but they've already like paired off already, and I'm the odd one out." And I'm like, he's like, "You're the only other person I know who plays games." I was like, "Hey, one, you need a bigger friend circle. Sorry, but you do. And two, I hate puzzle games. It makes me remind me how stupid I am." He's like, "Look, if you only even have to just stand there and shoot the portals for me, like it'll be fine." I'm like, "Okay." And we started playing, and I was like, "Wait a second, I can actually figure this out. Let's go."
Yeah. I mean great games. And you know, even Half-Life 2, like I can't remember the last time I went all the way through it, but I feel like every time I feel like I go through it every number of years, and I'm like, you know what, this still holds up. Like this is still a damn great game. And
Yeah.
and guess what? They're all Valve games, and they all work awesome on the Steam Deck. So, and then even Portal 1, you can get that ray tracing mod too. I haven't tried it out, but
Oh
you can
yeah, I
even
forgot
play an
about
updated
that.
version of that if you're into all the bells and whistles. Oh yeah, yeah, and Kim Can't Aim has a really good one that I have on here too. You can get there was a fan remake of Half-Life 1 called Black Mesa, and it's $5. I have that on my list. Like if I originally played Half-Life 1 on the PS2, the crappy PS2 port of it. It was not great. I can't remember how far I got, but then later I did get pretty far on the PC. I never fully beat it, but I really want to get to Black Mesa at some point. But $5 to play it, like, I mean, it's overwhelmingly positive on the Steam reviews. So yeah, that's definitely a damn good one. Any others that you saw, Elena, you want
I will. I mean, it's probably on your list as well, knowing you.
to? Mm-hmm.
But I thought Control for ten
Oh, 10
dollars
bucks.
was a great
Yeah,
price too.
dude. Like, yeah, I would
I know you.
buy that
At least on
again.
this regard, I know. I mean, how many times did you stream it during the
Oh,
pandemic?
I
So it's
love
kind of like a
Control.
giveaway,
Oh, I love
right?
Control.
And it's the Ultimate Edition, so you get like all the DLC if I'm understanding that correctly. So
I
ten
think so,
dollars,
yeah.
it's a great price.
Yeah, you can get a lot of damn gameplay of that. And yeah. Uh, I did see one in the chat. Oh no, who said it? I'm sorry. Somebody said it. I think it scrolled away. A game that I have bought actually multiple times. I've got it on Steam. I've got it like on every console. I think I've gifted it to people too. Probably the game that I've bought the most is Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 for
Mm,
$5. If you like first-person shooters and you like sci-fi, this is like one of the best ones out there. Like I love that damn campaign. Like the multiplayer, like I definitely played some, and I mean it is older now, so I don't even know like how easy it is to get into a match. But $5 just for the actual campaign is totally worth it. That's a damn good game. That is a damn good game. Have you played it?
no.
No. Okay. But do you like
I played the
first-person
original,
shooters?
but I
Oh,
didn't
okay, you did.
play
Oh,
the
okay.
second one. And from all the feedback I've heard, I made the wrong choice. But there's just so many
I
games
mean,
in
you
my
still can.
backlog.
Only it's $5. $5.
So many
It was
games in my
$5. I know.
backlog.
I know. Somebody said earlier, like I own way more games than I can ever think to play. Uh, my Steam catalog is, yeah. I'm looking at the number right now. It's close to 1,300 games. So
Are you
never gonna get.
serious?
Yeah. a
Oh,
lot
wow.
a
Okay.
lot of those are like from like humble bundles and
But
whatnot.
still, I mean, that's a
So
lot.
yeah.
It's amazing.
Um, do you got another one, Alina?
Mm, I saw Dishonored in there. I'm kind of doing like really well-known games, but I mean, I just the price of them is ridiculous. It's like $6 for Dishonored.
Did you like Dishonored?
Um, the little I tried of it, I
Oh,
did.
okay.
I have a bad habit of picking up games, playing maybe like the first like 20 minutes of it, and then sometimes just never getting back to it.
Oh, that's yeah. I do that too. For damn sure.
Oops.
Well, but
Um,
I have tried real hard. Like I've known people who love Dishonored, and I have tried real hard to get into it. I never just never clicked with me for some reason.
I
What?
think you have to be into the world as much as the mechanics.
Yeah, yeah. Similar mechanics in World, or I guess not World, but similar mechanics is a Prey, 2017 Prey, not the Xbox 360 Prey, which would be
Hmm.
funny. I would want to replay that. Prey 2017 is $7. That is damn good. If you like Deus Ex kind of games, like oh yeah, I love Prey 2017. Damn good.
What about your list?
Oh man,
Thoughts?
I got two. I mean, the first one at the top I saw was just like Witcher 3, like $12, and but it does come with like all of the expansions. Like you could easily put over 100 hours into The Witcher 3 for like $12.
Oh, yes. I mean,
Yeah, you want to talk about like game to money ratio, like that is damn. And even though it's like one of the more expensive ones that I have on this list, like I still feel like that's a damn good price.
that game has held up for so long. It's incredible.
Yeah. Another good one, which is a little more expensive but still like damn cheap. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So all three Mass Effect games for $15. That's like
That's a really good
$5 a
price.
game. Like, oh my god. like, I love the Mass Effect games, and like even $15 for the first two, even if you're like, I'm not gonna play the third one, $15 for the first two is still like in my mind like what a damn deal. Um, I'm gonna get the most expensive one out of the way, and this is more like a personal one for me. It's $20, which is not necessarily a deal, especially that it's a little older. But Near Automata is like one of my favorite games of all time, and like you can get a lot of game time out of that, and $20 is like pretty damn awesome. So that's the most expensive one I had on my list. You know what? I should mark off these so I don't go back. Another one I really want to point out is, and that I've been thinking a lot about recently, is Fallout New Vegas. You can get the original Fallout New Vegas for $2, or you can get
Oh shit.
the
I'm sorry.
oh,
Disney sponsor. Oh man, that's a really good price.
right. And if you want to get all the DLC included in it, like I can't remember what it's called, like the Ultimate Edition or whatever, $6. Like
Gosh.
I love Fallout New Vegas. It is easily my favorite Fallout game, and that is damn good price. Um, Titanfall 2, Mass Effect. I was gonna ask. I saw Ori and the Will of the Wisps for $7. Would you
It's
call
a
that a damn good
decent
price?
price. I mean, it's a fantastic game at that price. To me, it's still a no-brainer, but I don't think you know me. I like deals, so part of me is like just scouring the list for like what's like the absolute best deals right now. But absolutely, if you like side-scrolling like platformers, and especially if you like Metroidvania type games, Ori and the Blind Forest is definitely one that I always recommend. Like it's just such a great combination of the mechanics feeling really good, the soundtrack being really good, the art just being so beautiful. I really love it. I actually, funny story. So I have a friend who recently got into gaming, right? So she's about our age. So she had just like not played really any games up until maybe last year.
Oh, at
So like,
all?
yeah, like literal decades of
Oh
just not
man,
playing games.
amazing!
I
The
know
world's your
so she's
oyster.
got this, yeah, so she's got this whole brand new world open to her. And so she's been asking me for recommendations. And I might have forgotten that as somebody who grew up um with platformers and was indoctrinated with the original Super Mario Brothers, where you had no restarts, no saves. Like you had to just basically do it from start to finish.
Yeah.
Screamed if your mom turned off the console because she got too mad at you because you didn't come in for like dinner fast enough, things like that. So I recommended Ori to her because it was on sale for Switch.
Hmm.
And I was like, it's a beautiful game. I think you'll enjoy it. And she starts messaging me. She's like, this is so hard. And I'm like, oh no,
Oh,
you're right. I forgot some of the mechanics actually get pretty complicated. Like, I'm so sorry.
like and jumping and like timing and things like that. I mean,
Yeah, like
yeah,
as
I can
somebody
see
who
that. I
really
can see
loves
that.
platformers, it feels really good because like the
It is
mechanics are just
fluid.
so well tuned.
Yeah,
They're really fluid. But for someone who's like literally starting with like I am still learning how to like
hit the button.
figure out the timing of like how to move my joysticks with the jump button. Like
Hmm.
it was just basically going like tossing her into a 50-foot deep pool, like it wasn't like if I started her like in like the normal deep end, right? And so I'm like, I'm so sorry, you don't have to finish that. She's like, no, I'm gonna get it. So credit to her, she like pushes through on easy mode, obviously, because she's like, I don't need this extra stress in my
Whatever.
life. So
Yeah,
she does
yeah.
on easy mode with like no shame, absolutely no shame to that, especially given that she's starting from like zero. And then this was before Tears of the Kingdom came out, right?
Hmm.
And so she comes back to me and she's like, oh my God, it is so much easier moving around now. And I was like, well, like I said to you in embarrassment, that I was like, well, all this is going to pay off eventually. It's just I gave you the hardest path to get there.
Yeah, steep learning curve, but
A little
yeah,
bit.
once they ascended it, they're like, yeah, okay, give me
Pretty
anything.
much. I felt really bad about that though. It's a great game. It's a great game, but just maybe don't start your baby beginner friends on it like I did.
All right, all right. I'll say a recent one that I was actually surprised it was so low for being so recent was Wasteland 3. I got into this one in my last year's Steam Deck video of like turn-based tactics games. Wasteland 3 for $8 is a damn good game. Like that, like if
How
you're into
scary
those
is it?
turn-based tactic kind of games, like
Oh,
yeah, I was yeah, very very impressed with that. Didn't beat it, but damn good.
so many games.
Yeah. I'll say one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time, just because it's fluid and just like you just feel overpowered and badass like every turn. Doom 2016 for $5. Like that's a damn no. I've beaten that game probably way too many times.
Wait, how many times?
Too many times.
Okay.
I can't even count. I can't even count. I actually no. I probably could count. Probably like 5 times. I think I've probably beaten it. Even once on the Switch. I played the Switch version, which is a very very bad port. Or not. It's not a bad port. It's just very like hard to play on the Switch, and the graphics are compromised. But I was just like, I was like, oh, I'm kind of curious to see what they had to dial down for this port. This is kind of interesting. Oh, oh damn, you know what? This is a good game. I'm gonna keep playing this game. And yeah, just ended up beating it. So, yeah.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, it was funny though. I was trying to look through and see some games. I mean, like one of my favorite genres, especially on handheld, is turn-based tactics games. I didn't see any that I was like, oh wow, this is like an amazing deal. I was hoping to highlight some of those, but yeah, unfortunately, I didn't find anything like too crazy on that. Yeah, once again, I think in terms of handheld too. So I'm always either looking for turn-based tactics or Metroidvania kind of games. So
But you prefer the Vania part more than the Metroid part, right? We've talked about this
yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah, and it depends on the game too. Uh, but yeah.
Did you play Ori?
Yes, like a handful hours into both of them, but it never beat either of them.
Yeah, because I feel like you were telling me that you thought that was more too much on the Metroid side for you.
Yeah, something about the world or the uh like the yeah, I can't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and check it out. Oh yeah, Starscream is XCOM. You can get XCOM 2 for $5, which is awesome. I actually like Chimera Squad. I didn't see how much it was, but that one is usually pretty damn cheap too. I like Chimera Squad. So I know some people don't. Another one I know that you'll appreciate, Elena, Halo Master Chief Collection for $10.
I did see that. And my first thought was, wow, they're still charging for that game.
Oh, I mean, but no, they've worked a lot on the port. It's
I
supposedly
mean, they
way
had
better. Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. But
It
still,
was
ten
not good.
dollars. I mean, $10 for like what is it, like five games and all
I
of
mean, it is a
their
lot.
like
It
if
is a lot if you haven't played it before, but
I mean, because
I don't know.
like what Willis, I mean, he played it because of Game Pass, I think, because he
Yeah,
had it on Game Pass. But like $10 if you've never played a Halo, I think it's damn good.
that's fair. Okay, that's fair. I guess I feel like, especially coming from having worked uh covering the Xbox, it's just sometimes I forget that there are people who haven't played Halo. It just feels so ubiquitous.
Yeah, yeah. There's some people. Oh, Chimera Squad $3. Yeah. Oh, easy. Oh, I love that. Um, yeah. Anyway, anyhow.
I actually also pulled a couple that it made me laugh.
Oh, please.
Oh, wait, before I get to that part though, um, did you see the best discount of them all? Steam Deck went on sale.
Oh, yes, 20% off. That's a damn.
Up
That's a
to, I guess,
damn. Oh
20%
yeah,
off.
up
Yeah.
to 20% off. I mean, that's a damn good deal.
I
Uh,
had a friend who told me though, he's like, yeah, so one of our other mutual friends apparently just bought his Steam Deck before it went on sale. And we're all like,
ooh.
oh,
Okay. Yeah.
ouch.
Ooh, that's a little. I mean, either way, like, it's still a damn good deal. That's still.
Um, I guess before I switch to being a bit snarky, I will mention a couple of more that caught my eye
Hmm.
real quick. So The Wolf Among Us, I think um they have teased a Wolf Among Us 2 enough times now where my heart's already broken. So what, even if it does come out, I don't know if I'll be like emotionally equipped to like absorb it with the joy that I had expected to.
Mm,
But of all of like Telltale's like episodic type games, Wolf Among Us is one of my absolute favorites. It's just so good. If you haven't played it, it's like $5. Just buy it. It's absolutely worth it. Um, the Metro series is like on super sale right now. So like the original Metro 2033 is $2. Last
dude,
Light
that's
is $3.
and Exodus is
Exodus is
5. Oh,
Exodus is I
yeah.
think is like
Oh,
$5 or $6.
so good.
I know.
Oh,
When it's not like a super sale, but it goes on sale like only not very often, I guess I
hmm.
should at least say, periodically. Untitled Goose Game. If you have not had the joy of being a like censored jerk, shall we say, goose, it is absolutely a delightful experience, and everybody should have their turn at being the what was it? What's the tagline for this game? It's something it's like, it is a beautiful day in the village, and you are a terrible goose.
Yeah.
Like, something like that. Everyone should have the opportunity of being a terrible goose.
Oh,
It
wait,
is
how much was it?
fantastic. It's $10. So it's not like super, super cheap. It's like half off, but it's still a really fun game. Totally worth it.
Yeah, that's not bad. And even just to buy it and like hit the honk button, like that's
Oh,
if
yes.
if you're not even planning on playing it and you just hit the honk button, that's still
Oh my God. It's so good. And the reality, as I think Davina just said in chat, geese actually are really terrible birds. Like they're really
oh
aggressive
yeah,
and mean from what I've
yeah.
been told.
No,
So
I
it's
I
kind
don't want
of
to mess with them.
thematically appropriate. Let's see what else. I think I saw in chat somebody already mentioned Castle Crashers,
Oh,
which is actually one of, I don't really do beat 'em ups very much. Um, but it's such a fun game to play with other people. Um, and the art style is just fantastic. I actually ended up buying back when I used to go to like things like PAX. I actually bought one of the Castle Crasher figurines.
mm,
I actually should put that back out. I don't know where I put it. It's really cute. My favorite is the Pink Knight. He swats people with a lollipop. It's pretty great. Super cute.
all right, yummy. Uh, yeah. I'm just going through my list of stuff. Yeah, like I mean, there's definitely good discounts to be had, but nothing like yeah. Some of them are just like okay, well that's a good discount, but it's not like oh man, you should like pick that up no matter what.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Also,
get 15 copies of it because I can afford to.
yeah, I mean like yeah, I was just looking, especially over like my other RPGs and stuff. I'd say maybe one of the other RPGs that I saw that I was like, ah, damn, that's a damn good deal. Was Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, the big name. It's $17, which is not like a great deal, but it is still listing for
I want to pick it
$50.
up,
So
right?
yeah, I mean, if you were thinking about picking it up, like that's a damn good deal. So anyway,
Okay, my snark, real quick.
oh please snark it up.
So I was looking through the list. And I saw Assassin's Creed Unity for 750. And that game was so tainted by its like launch
Yeah, I remember
that
that.
and it's been on sale for something like $1.20 so often that paying a full quote unquote 750 for it just seems like ludicrous to me. Like Ubisoft
Seven.
messed up so
Wow.
hard that
Yeah.
even I, as someone who loves the Assassin's Creed series, I'm just like, why would you ever pay that much for that game? And I love that game actually,
Oh.
because it's one of the rare Assassin's Creeds that let you play in like a co-op mode or like any kind of like multiplayer mode, and it was unique in that you could do like play the game as co-op. And I thought that was really cool and interesting and fun, but they like it was so terribly buggy at launch that like, oh, you get it so dirt cheap for so long.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Also,
Um.
shout out to the makers of Stray. It's been like a year since they launched that game.
Mhm.
They're only discounting it by like $3, which tells me that like they're doing people love apparently maybe loves cats and cat games enough that they don't feel the need to discount it.
Sweet. I mean, it's a damn good game regardless of
Did you finish
discount.
it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, don't tell me the ending because I have this also bad habit of like hanging on to the very final parts of games because it's almost like finishing a book that you don't want to end.
I get it.
It's kind of the same thing I do with my video games. And so, like that and Child of Light, please don't spoil those for me. Like, I will eventually finally admit that it's over. I'm not emotionally ready for it yet.
Did you ever finish Control?
That was different. That one freaked me out
Oh,
enough
okay.
that I
Oh,
I
okay.
just I got I think maybe 2/3 of the way through, and I'm intending to kind of finish it, but it's one of those games where I literally have to call one of my friends and be like, "Can you just be in a Discord call with me? Like you can go do like your chores and other things, but I just need to feel like somebody who gets me and like plays video games will understand why I need babysitting or like the virtual presence of someone else next to me as I play through this."
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Um, yeah. Anything else you want to shout out, or should we move on? I realize we've already been talking for half an hour just on
Oh,
games alone.
really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, let's move on. I don't
Okay.
get to talk about much about games these
I
days,
know,
and we're
right?
talking about things that I actually still remember and know. So, I mean, yeah, I can talk about this for a while.
Classic games. Love it. Love it. But what else is classic is Elena and I teaming up to bully Gordon all the damn time. No, I bring this up because we've gotten this comment before, and recently I definitely got this comment on one of the last episodes that all three of us were on, and yeah, somebody's like, "Man, why are you always so mean to Gordon? Like, I'm so over Adam and Elena just like bullying Gordon. What the hell? Why do you do that? Elena, why are you so mean to Gordon? How could you?"
Did it first. My very mature answer here. Well, I'm an adult. He did it
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
I mean, so when I saw that comment, I also was like, oh yeah, I guess someone who hasn't been with the podcast long enough doesn't understand why Adam and I are so quick on the draw now when Gordon's about to start up with one of his favorite topics. And so, I mean, probably the kind of person who is new to the show probably is not even going to watch a half nerd because it's not technical enough. So they'll never hear this explanation. And so
Probably.
probably just explaining this to everybody who already knows the answer to this. But the reason why Adam and I are so quick, I think, on the draw now is because like we literally like how long have we been working together? Like 7 years? 6 or 7 years?
2015 for me, so
Yeah, like, and we didn't start Full Nerd until like 2016. So like
2016.
7 years,
Yeah,
7 years.
yeah.
I can do math. And so we just have a history, and some of that history includes like Gordon initially mercilessly taking us to the mat. Like and it would be like individual. And so I think eventually just organically Adam and I kind of realized that we could just put our backs to one another and like face outward.
Yeah,
It
just
was
like
safer.
let's go like
Yeah.
this. Here.
Yeah, you do it that way, I'll do this way.
No,
Wait,
oh,
which
no,
way? Yeah,
you're,
okay, was
yeah.
that way on the
No,
stream? Yeah, we're
yeah.
just doing this. Because
Yeah.
in a tribute to Gordon, he's just that powerful on his own. It takes two of us to break it to counter him.
Well, for me, I mean, I started listening to Gordon on the Max PC No BS podcast or whatever it was called. I don't remember the exact date range-ish, but I mean, yeah, I listened to him way before I worked with him, and so I knew his cranky nature. And then when I worked with him, especially the first couple of years, it was like, oh, this is novel. And then now, I've worked with him a number of years too. It's just like, oh, okay, oh, this is just Gordon being cranky. All right, all right, all right. But that's the cranky side. Like sometimes though, like he'll have an opinion where it's like, wait, why do you have that opinion? What is like? I think we'd be amiss if one of us didn't like at least push back on this weird opinion that you have.
Um,
Like everyone should not worry about power usage or heat coming off of their PC. Like, whatever, it's okay. It's like, no, actually, but there are some people who do care about that. And he's like, no, who cares? Nobody cares about that. And I'm like, so
so
there's that kind of stuff. But then there's also like him saying he doesn't know the difference between two different kind of donut brands. Like, I was just like, really? Are you being serious here? That's the thing. I think I got into that Gordon trap. He loves it when you get into a trap. Like he'll set traps, and he does this even off air too, where he'll like try to set a trap, or like
Oh,
go fishing
absolutely.
and try to have you like snag. And
Hmm.
like over the years, I feel like I've gotten pretty good at being like, oh, that's don't fall into that trap. Or if I see
Yeah,
somebody
so
else try, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
I think that's one of the reasons why we're so quick to like shut it down now too, because it's like, no, we know where that's gonna go, and we don't have time for a 20-minute like conversational diversion right now. In the
But
background, our very patient boss, like Uber boss, is
he's like, what the hell?
like just tapping the
Yeah.
watch, like, hey, like I know you guys have fun doing this and it's important for the YouTube and we love our fans, but also we need the work to get done for the site. And I'm like, yes, boss, gotta go.
But I did realize later that he totally set that donut trap for me. Like that was literally like
Oh no.
a donut under a box with a piece of a stick and a piece of
Free?
string, right?
And the little
Yeah,
sign that
he
says
just a
free
little
with like a
sign that said
backwards
free
E.
donut, and I'm like, okay. And then he pulled the trap, and he totally got me. And so like that
Yeah,
was
it's
on
just
me.
part of his personality. He actually he thrives on the chaos.
He
And he
does.
just he likes to see controlled fires burn. So he's not going to burn the world down, but he just likes to see some fires go
Yeah,
up.
for the most part, yeah. Uh, but I mean, honestly, like I love working with Gordon. I respect the hell out of the man, and so yes, this is all coming from love and respect. But yeah, I mean, and sometimes it is actually fun to just push back. Uh, and
Especially because
just,
we know his buttons now
yeah,
too.
yeah,
So in the
yeah,
beginning it was him learning our buttons and then just pressing them like really hard.
yeah,
And now we know his buttons. So
yeah.
he's also you can actually see him sidestep our traps now too. It's like a mutual
But I mean, yeah,
thing.
one of the most latest one. I remember the first day I brought in my Steam Deck, and he looked at that thing with like the nastiest ass side eye. He's like, "Who cares about this damn thing?" And I was like, "Dude, that like, man, this is amazing power in this handheld. Like, you should here, hold it, try it out." And he was just like, "I don't even want to touch it." And I was like, "You don't even want to hold it? What the hell, dude?" And it was like an assault on like everything that he stood for. And then he was so excited about the ROG Ally when that came out because like it had a custom Z1 Extreme and things like that. And he's like, "Oh man, handhelds, they're the world now." And I'm like, "Wait, hold on. I'm glad you're on this train now, but that was a real hard 180. Don't pretend like you were on this train this whole time."
Gordon is actually deep down is secretly a second gen adopter.
Oh, you know what? Oh, that's probably why he doesn't like Apple then. But see, that's the weird. Seal Azul says Gordon is allergic to anything that's not flagship. I Yes and no, because he loves laptops. Like even though laptops are not like not going to get the biggest Cinebench number, he can still look at like a 14-inch laptop and be like, man, look at this power in this 14-inch laptop. And sure, it's not as powerful as my desktop, but that's awesome. And I'm like, hey, look at this power in literally this small handheld gaming device. Like, how does that not translate as well? I mean,
Not
now it
powerful
does,
enough.
but
That's the trick, right?
yeah, yeah,
So I think that's accurate, where it's like he's not necessarily a flagship, like in terms of actual brand name flagship person, but he
true, true.
is very much an extreme, most powerful hardware possible for that context kind of
Yeah,
person, right? So the chip in a Steam Deck is not necessarily going to, for Gordon's purposes, I can see why it doesn't necessarily blow his socks off, right?
no,
But when you talk about the ROG Ally, because it has that chip that like has extra oomph to it, that's what's going to capture his attention. Same thing with a 14-inch laptop that can like perform as well as what used to be like a 6 pound, much bigger screen laptop. So that's going to catch his attention. That's who he is. He is the muscle car enthusiast of our group,
yeah,
so to speak,
yeah.
when it comes to hardware.
Which
So
is good,
he's not
you know.
discriminating about the form factor. He's discriminating about
Uh,
how well it performs. Okay, sorry. He's not as discriminating about the form factor, but it
I,
has to really pack a punch to get his attention and his enthusiasm, right? So like
yeah, yeah.
even the solid state cooling, right? He's showing off that like Zotac mini
Mm,
PC.
mm, mm.
Gordon is not somebody who you would think gets excited about mini PCs, but he actually does. He's actually super into them because he understands that for like the amount of computing power you're getting for something that's small, it's really impressive and you can do a
Yeah,
lot with it.
yeah. I will say he was one of the things he was allergic to the Steam Deck when I first showed him was the fact that it was literally just a controller on a screen.
Yeah, he does hate
Yeah,
controllers, so that also probably was a
right,
factor.
right. And small form factors. like, yeah, I could build him like a high-end small form factor rig, and he'd still look at it and be like, nah. It's just like, all right, all right.
That's what I don't get about him though, where it's
Yeah.
like you just like Optimum Tech like puts like a 4090 and like water cooling and like a 49 sorry a 49 a 5950X or like some kind of equivalent 29 sorry 13900K into a box that's like this big
Like
and
a
like temps
shoebox.
are low and Gordon's still like it's like that meme like with Drake, where he's just like nah.
Yes. Yeah, right.
It's like, but why, Gordon?
And
Like
then
you would
then
think that this
we
is like
show the same
impressive.
parts put in literally like a
We
huge
should
case,
do a
and he'd be
version of the
like, yeah,
Drake meme
yeah.
with his face photoshopped on the Hey,
That would be funny.
Discord people, can
Yeah.
you make this happen
That's
for
a good one.
us?
That's a good one. He's like
Yes.
small form factor, nah. Like a
Yeah.
large, huge ass case that I literally can't put under my my desk. Yeah, that's it.
Amazing.
Oh
Oh.
my god. Yeah. Uh, anyway, we love Gordon. We love giving him a hard time. I would say that's part of the fun though, is being able to just like have that chemistry and be able to give each other a hard time. Like, I mean, I'm not going to speak for you, but for me, like, I don't take any of that shit serious. Like it's not like it's ruining our relationship or anything like that. It's just like,
No.
no, it's fun, and then we bicker, and then we argue, and then it's like, oh, okay, man, we're good. So
The only time you see me lose my cool is when like Gordon won't stop. And I've given him the clear, like, Gordon, that's enough now. And he just keeps going. I'm like, Gordon, no, stop.
yeah, yeah. Luckily, it's not too often, but
It's not often.
he
It's
can't
not
he
often.
can't do that.
But
Yeah,
the times that you see me start to lose my cool, it's usually because of that.
yeah, yeah. Well, I hope he's having a great vacation.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like where he's at, there should be amazing things for him to be experiencing right now. So
And I heard like he was like slacking for the first couple days, and I was like, oh no, is he going to be able to disconnect? But I haven't heard from him for like
no, that usually happens
yeah.
to most of us because we're so used to
Yeah.
talking to each other daily
Yeah.
that even when I've been on vacation like that, like the first couple of days, I'm like, look all the stuff I'm seeing. And then by like day 3, I'm like, I'm just gonna eat.
Yeah, right. And then Seal as well says, and when he goes on sports ball tangents, I can't even troll him on that. I don't even, I'm just not a big sports ball person. So anyway, that's Gordon. We're going to continue to bully him. He's going to continue to bully us back. And
Very much.
it's the world. Yeah, it's the circle of life.
I just want to say forever team 1080 Ti.
I know, right? How does he not think that that's like
I know.
legendary? It's so good. It's so good.
Anyway,
Anyway, let's move over to a candy tier list. Now, if you don't know what a tier list is, I've actually been trying to get Gordon to do like a CPU tier list because I think that would be funny. But he
can't
doesn't
do it.
necessarily
It's
quite get
asking him
it.
to choose between his children.
Well, but I also like he doesn't quite get what a tier list is, or like the videos. So I like watching tier lists sometimes. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, I didn't really need to watch that, but sometimes it's funny. And I was thinking like, man, if I were going to make a tier list, I mean, there's plenty of things I could make a tier list for, but like candy and like sweet, well, any sort of sweets, yes, but candy, like I could definitely make a tier list of candy.
There
So-
was actually a thing online for that. Didn't we all do that at one point?
A candy
Or was it
tier
just me
list?
with my friends? Yeah, so there was like this online, I don't want to call it quiz, but it was like a website where you could actually like drag and drop. Oh, it was with my friends during the pandemic. Like there was actually a website where you could like drag and drop like actual like images of your like it was like a set list of candies and you could like rank them
Oh, I
and
just
it would
found it.
actually create like the band like different bands for you so you could like put Snickers as like C tier if that was your thing or like what are those called those chalk like ones the Smarties and like your D tier
Yeah. Oh,
and it was
well, I
we made
found
them
it.
and then we compared them
All right. Oh,
and then
how
we
do-
complained because they didn't have enough of the Asian candies on there.
crap. How do I? Oh, now I'm just trying to figure out how to get this on the screen. But there is. Let me link to this in the chat. You can make a tier list. I'm just gonna put this over the screen right now. This is hella ghetto because I didn't set this up. Oh no, I lost it. I guess Oh man, can I not make this smaller?
Oh, yes, I think this is it.
Yeah, yeah. So this already has a pre-populated candy like selection down here. Let's see, does it? You know what? It's already missing a couple, but that's okay. That's okay. We can forgive it. Um, I'm I'm gonna go first because I think this is an easy one. Chocolate and peanut butter, S rank.
Oh,
Like there's not much in the face of the earth that goes better together than chocolate and peanut butter.
I want
Uh,
to do this separately on my window while you're going through it with
okay.
show and tell.
Yeah, no, please. So, all right. So what out of all these candies, what would you put S tier? Like first
I
S
gotta bring
tier?
up this. Sorry, I
Oh,
gotta
you
bring
gotta
this
bring it.
up in a
Okay.
window. I don't have it up
Also,
yet.
they have some stuff on here I don't know if I would consider the same.
Candy?
Like these are well, I started off with like candy bars, but there's like other stuff in here too, like Fun Dip and like Pez. Like Pez, I'm gonna go like F tier. Like as a candy, I would never reach for a Pez. Do you like
I
Pez?
don't. I mean, are we talking about 8-year-old Elena? Or are we talking about
Like right
current
now?
Elena?
Yeah, current Elena.
Um,
Current Elena's
mm,
sensibilities.
Probably not now. No.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I'm just looking at some of these like oh, Cadbury cream egg. Yeah, I'm gonna put that S tier. I'll take that. Mr.
See, the problem
Goodbar.
is that
I don't
like
even know
my
what's.
actual S tiers are not on this list because these are all West or even American. They're just American candies.
Well, there's Pocky. Yeah, but well, there's Kinder eggs. I guess that's German.
Like I'm when we're done talking about these in particular, I will start adding in like my actual true S tiers.
Oh, okay.
I'll see if I can get pictures of them while we're talking, so that way people can actually see what they're about.
Okay.
I
Uh,
think on this list for me, my only actual S tier would be Tootsie Rolls and
really?
Kit Kats.
Wow. Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, I fucking love Tootsie Rolls. Sorry. Dang it, they're looking for the sponsorship.
Whoops.
I freaking love Tootsie Rolls. I'm so sorry, everybody. Like when we're
That's
on
pretty
the
funny.
full nerd, like I actually am I'm like, okay, this is a thing for work. But when I'm talking with Adam like this on half nerd, I forget where I'm at sometimes. And then like offline Elena comes out. Or at least
Uh,
offline Elena's vocabulary comes out.
you know what's funny? I equate Tootsie Rolls kind of like Laffy Taffy, so they're just like chewy, and yeah,
I
they're
like
about the
taffy
same
though. So
deal for
I
me.
love taffy. So taffy's not even on this page, which is kind of lame. So I love saltwater taffy. So saltwater taffy is S tier for me. Like milk duds, if you warm them up first in your pocket or something, those are like A tier for me.
Warm up a milk dud in your pocket.
They don't have, yeah, well, I mean in the box. You don't want to like actually
Okay,
just
I
leave
was
it in
about to
your
say,
pocket.
it's like,
Also not on here, bit of honey. I freaking love bit of honey. Do we not have this conversation before? I think we have, just maybe not like with the graphics. Because I remember talking about bit of honey
you
before on the
know,
podcast.
I love talking about sweets, so I'm sure
That's
we
fine. I'm not
talked
complaining.
about it.
Oh, I missed it. Sour Patch Kids would also go on my S tier list.
I'm running out of F tier spots already. Uh, jelly, oh, sweethearts, yeah,
Like
that's
Sour
definitely.
Patch for you would be like not even on this list because it would make you die. So
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
can you do stuff like lemon heads, or is that also going to trigger your allergy?
I guess I've never tried it. I just don't like
I mean, I
lemon
wouldn't
heads.
blame
Yeah.
you. Why
Sorry,
risk
chat.
it?
I'm totally neglecting the chat. Does cheesecake count? Scott Brockway says, you know what? Cheesecake. I would put cheesecake. If it's a really good cheesecake, I'd put it like A tier. If it's like awesome cheesecake. Um, Pocky. Where would I put Pocky? Because I feel like Pocky is in that.
S tier,
I
obviously.
I just don't. It's not filling for me.
It's
Like
not meant to be filling. It's meant to make you happy.
okay, I'm sorry. Not, it's not fulfilling.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah, none of these are gonna like fill me up. Well, I guess it depends on how big the portion is, um, but yeah, Pocky never like. I always like the idea of it, but then I eat it and then I'm like,
Have you tried some of the specialty flavors though?
I have.
Like my favorite, and to this day it cracks me up, is men's Pocky.
M- men's
And my
Pocky?
sibling was the cutest about this because I mentioned it, and there's basically just dark chocolate Pocky. I
Okay.
like dark chocolate, but I mentioned this to my sibling, and they're like, "But that's too much for the ladies."
Wait,
That's
what?
a joke.
Oh.
That's too harsh for the ladies. It
Oh,
was
too
so cute.
much.
It was
Yeah,
so funny.
that is funny. Oh
I was
man.
like, "Well, that's the kind of sister you have."
Ooh, I like Swedish fish.
Mm. My other favorite, like a specialty one, like actual, like seasonal, like Japan will never bring it back because it's Japan.
Mm-hmm.
When I happened to be there, they had this orange peel dark chocolate Pocky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have the box saved because that's how special this was
Dang,
to me.
that is special. Uh, you know what? And I'm realizing like my F tier is like stacked. Like most of these candies that are
Oh,
on
someone
this
in
list
chat
at
pointed
least.
out Haribo is not on here.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Oh
like
no
a
no it is it is
mainstay.
it is. Yeah,
Where is
the
it?
gold bear the bears.
Yeah,
Yeah
but
yeah.
that's like a basic. Okay, like
I mean
the
that's what you
where
think of. That's
no,
what I
no,
would think
no.
of.
For me, so I actually, these were a staple in San Francisco's Chinatown. For the longest time, I thought Haribo was actually an Asian brand
Oh
because I only ever got them from Chinatown when we go there.
oh that's funny.
And they used to sell in Chinatown not the gummy bears, but the roulettes, so the round one, the round discs.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that and the gummy colas are the quintessential Haribo um, flavors.
Oh the gummy cola. Oh yeah yeah.
Yeah, they're so good.
I've had one
They're
of
so
those
good.
recently, and I'm like, you know what? Actually, that is still pretty damn good. Um, uh, man, yeah, this website is awesome, but I wish you could actually like put your own stuff in there.
I know. That's what my friends and I were talking about. We're bummed.
Um, okay, so I think I'm pretty much. Some of these are in there twice. For some reason, Pocky's on there twice. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
like Sour Patch Kids are on this list twice
Yeah,
too.
Mr. Goodbar. I don't even know if I've ever had a Mr. Goodbar.
They're okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Re
solidly C or B tier for me.
yeah. Okay. Hubba Bubba. When I was a kid, I liked it. I'll put that in E. Okay. So I think that's my. Oh, F got. I'll just take this off. Oh, you can't see the rest of F. Oh, you know what? I'll take this off as well.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. Uh, yeah. Nerds S tier. Robert Lawrence says Nerds S tier. Nerds is on the list. Where did I put it?
That would
Uh,
be pretty low for me. Probably like E tier.
I oh here it is. Nerds on. Yeah, I put E as well. Like it was good. I feel like a lot of these I liked more when I was younger. Um, like the
Yeah.
fruit tape gum or whatever the gum by the like a measuring tape gum whatever the hell it's called. Hubba Bubba. Yeah, whatever. I loved that when I was a kid, but then now I'm like, yeah. There is Pixie Sticks. Where? No, maybe there isn't. I thought I did see him. Anyway. Yeah, so if there's some that are not on this list. Take Five. I think Take Five is like S tier. I love Take Five. Um, let's see, Zero Bar. Have you ever had a Zero Bar? You can't get it.
No.
Yeah, it's hard to find sometimes. It's not like regional, but like for some reason it's just not widely distributed or something. But I like a Zero Bar. Um, wait, oh, there is Butterfinger. Yeah, Butterfinger's A. Actually, I'd put a Zero Bar at A tier. It's probably not quite S tier, but yeah. My S tier, my S tier for audio listeners is Reese's, Cadbury cream eggs, Reese
Ooh.
Pieces, same thing. Snickers, candy corn, Take Five. Those are like of the candy that you can get in a. Oh, and then yeah. No, that's probably right. I feel like they're missing something, but um, and yes, Falcon Northwest, Whoppers. I put in F tier. I sorry, Elena, just not a
No,
huge
Whoppers
Whoppers
are
fan.
different. Those are malted. They're different than Milk Duds.
Oh, Milk Duds are the chewy ones. Oh, okay, okay,
They're
okay.
caramel inside with that
Yes,
really
yes,
like
yes.
janky,
Those are good.
flaky, gross milk chocolate coating, but it's
Yeah,
like
they're
a
not on
kind of
this list.
gross that I can't stop eating. It's weird.
No,
I
I,
know
I
it.
I like that one. I would probably put that one at like B tier, maybe A tier. But now, okay, now I understand what you mean by warming them up. Because I was like,
Yeah, no,
what's a warm
Whoppers would just
Whopper?
melt in your
Yeah.
pocket because it's just like airy, like malted, like it's like the same consistency as those like cheese puff things, but like a
Oh,
malt
yeah,
ball
yeah.
with like a sweet coating.
Oh, you know what's not out? What else is not on this list is the circular mint patty. Why can I not think of that name?
Junior mints?
No, no, no. Like they're about this size, and it's like white on the inside. It's covered in chocolate.
Peppermint patties.
Peppermint patty. Yes. Um, it's not on this list. I would put that one. Ooh, I'd probably put that A tier. Yeah. When I was a kid, that was like S tier. Like that was my go-to was peppermint patties. Um, yeah. Anyway, now I'm just hungry. That's why I put this at the end.
I I
Elena,
I am ready to bust out with all of my like childhood favorites from Chinatown.
can you? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you not do one of these? Because I could, if you share it with me, I could show yours.
Oh, I didn't bother
Oh, you
because
didn't do it.
like I
Okay.
have like a handful in the S tier that I've discussed out loud,
Hmm.
and then most everything just kind of gets like roughly sorted between A, B, C, D tier.
Okay.
Like there are very few on this list that I would just not touch, even if I was like I had to be starving to like and like a desert island, nothing else to eat. I have to have some kind of sustenance, but there's very few like that I would that get to that level. So like those what are those things? Can you put yours back up on the screen?
Oh, I already closed it. Sorry.
No. Okay, so like those like weird like candy discs that on the necklace, like I'm not a big fan of
Oh, it
those.
saved it. Here we go.
Um,
Candy discs on a necklace. Oh, I know
yeah,
what you're talking about.
yeah, like I'm not a big fan of those. Atomic fireballs, I don't hate them. I just like the spice is just like a little much for me.
Yeah.
Um,
You're talking
I
about.
think it's possible I even might have a mild allergic reaction to them, which is probably also why I don't like them.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, the neck. I remember the necklace ones. It was like a sweet tart almost, kind of, right?
I know, but like I don't know, they're just like they just don't do it for me. Pixie sticks, I'm not a big fan of just like pouring pure sugar in my mouth, basically.
I'm okay with that.
Candy corn is one of those things where, like, in theory, I like them, and then I have like about four, and then I'm like, oh, that's right, I don't really like their texture.
Mm. Yeah. Somebody VC Jester said circus peanuts. I hope you not. I hope you bring that up as a joke because circus peanuts are nasty. I can't stand circus peanuts. Uh,
Oh man, yeah. So I mean, like most of these are like pretty acceptable. Like I'm just sad in terms of like Western candies that I grew up with that I don't see on this list that I really like. Would be like saltwater taffy. I love
mm,
saltwater taffy, especially like when you go to those places that have like all the different flavors. You
mm-hmm.
can just like pick all the ones that you want. I really like those. One of my friends once tried to buy me like a 2 pound bag of them, like an assortment from Amazon, and I like appreciated the gesture, but I remember getting the box and opening it, being like, "Oh, there's so many flavors. I'm just never gonna eat."
Oh, that's funny. All right. Any other candy?
Mm,
Uh,
here we
you
go.
want to talk
We're going
about?
down
Go for
a
it.
trip through Elena's childhood. Okay, so there's the Marukawa gum. And if you are an Asian kid, especially if you're a Chinese kid who grew up in San Francisco Bay Area, you will know what I'm talking about. They are these little packs, like multi-packs of gum that come in these like so it's like the multi-pack is rectangular, and then you have these like little square boxes in them. I used to get the multi-pack with the different flavors. So there's like a strawberry one, like an orange one, a grape one, and then melon was like whatever. And then some of them also had like these like just little bar flavor ones. So there was like peach and I think apple. I think I see a link to it. I will put this in the chat for people if they want to see what I'm talking about. This was like a huge staple of my childhood. Um, so that was one of those that I super, super loved. The
Oh, I feel
Haribo.
like I've seen these.
Yeah, the Haribo that I mentioned, like the roulettes, are specifically one of my absolute favorites. Even to this day, I'm all about the pineapple flavor. I often will save them for the end because they're my favorites. I don't like to like eat them and realize they're all gone. Um, and then there's this other one that I think this is what it is because, but the way I got it was in the tubes. But somebody mentioned like that that's how it's sold when it's imported, as opposed to in this bag style. And they're basically these like pastilles. So like, for the Americans listening, you know how those like orange slices, like those like soft orange slices. There's actually one on the list that you had, with like the
Oh,
sugar sprinkles on
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that style of candy, but they're like little discs and they're flavored as black currant, which I don't think you can even get in the US normally. Like black currants just don't exist
Hmm.
in the US for some reason.
Hmm.
Um, but they used to have it, they used to come in these like little rolls, and I would get those sometimes. Those are my favorites as well. Um, oh, I see that Falcon Northwest has beaten me to one of mine, which is the white rabbit candies.
Which I think is also Willis. Willis likes that one too, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they're really good. And the hilarious part about those is that until I was like age 25, I had never had one that was soft out of the package. Like, I don't know what it
Uh,
was about importing them or the age of the stock that they had in Chinatown, but like a universal experience among most Asian kids I know, was that like the process of like having to warm it up before eating it because otherwise it was so hard, like
mhm.
you couldn't even bite it without hurting yourself.
You're cracking a tooth.
Like seriously, it was just so hard. Um, they actually, because it's the year of the rabbit, Costco actually had for a short period around Lunar New Year. Um, they had, I don't, did I mention this already on the full podcast? They had these white rabbit flavored ice cream bars.
I think you did bring that up.
They were so good.
That actually
Like
does
my
sound pretty damn
family
good.
was like so weirded out by how obsessed I was with this. They're like, "You're not even born the year of the rabbit." And I'm like, "But they're good. Why do I have to be a rabbit to enjoy? Isn't that kind of weird anyway that I would want to be eating something that's anyway. Those are
That's
really
funny.
good. White rabbit candy's really good. Oh God, what else? Uh Haw flakes. Somebody just mentioned those in the chat too. Those are really, really good. I really like those.
Haw flakes?
Um, let me see if I can get a link. Uh,
Also, VC Jester said candy cigarettes. I definitely ate plenty of those candy cigarettes and been like, oh, look at me. I'm smoking a cigarette. Ooh. Uh,
eh,
Big League
eh.
Chew was another one of those where I was like, oh, look, I'm eating a bunch of Big League Chew. I'm eating a bunch of chew. Look how cool I am. Which is funny.
So
It's actually
I
still sold.
here's a link to the haw flakes in the chat
Haw
from
flakes.
Wikipedia. Um,
Oh, I don't know what the hell that is.
yeah,
It,
somebody also mentioned another favorite of mine, which was the Kopiko like coffee candy. Like they're so good. I one time I went to Pete's, which is I think a local uh coffee shop, like a small chain only in the Bay Area. And one of the things, not talking about Pete's, Phil's. And Phil's, like what they do is like you can like basically walk up to basically it's like getting a bartender to make your order, but it's for coffee. So you've been to Phil's, right?
I've been to Phil's, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. Like you go up to the counter and they're like, "How do you want it?" Kind of, well, what do you
Yeah.
once you pick your poison? And they're like, "So what do you?" I went there one time. They're like, "So what do you want?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not really a coffee drinker." And they start like naming stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds good." They're like, "Okay, so you basically just want like coffee ice cream or coffee candy in liquid form." And I'm like, "Perfect. That sounds about
You're
right."
like, two, please.
Exactly.
You're like, bingo, got it.
God, I just thought it was so funny where they're like, "Oh, you just want coffee ice cream." I'm like, "You know what? You're not wrong." And so to me, the Kopiko coffee candy tastes like coffee ice cream, which is why I loved it so much as a kid.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, so those are really good too. I mean, obviously for counting Pocky is really great. And this is not a sweet, but also associated. I love Pretz. That's getting into more like regular snacks. Like we
Mm.
could have a whole, like, I'm sure Willis and I could have a whole full stomach episode just on like our favorite Asian snacks, like just stuff from Japan and China, or like at least Hong Kong and Taiwan. Like that alone could take a whole episode. And there's like more obviously out there.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that's a good starter if you want to try some of my childhood favorites. There's more. I'm just having to like comb through the catalog.
Can you still get these Haw flakes?
I
Something
assume you can still
uh,
get them in Chinatown. I haven't for ages.
something about this picture that's on Wikipedia makes it look like a frozen burger patty to me.
They're really tiny though. Like they're like the discs are like I don't know, maybe no
Oh,
more than an inch in diameter.
okay.
I
Yeah.
remember just being a kid, like you would kind of like peel it, like you would like unravel it and you would like flick one up with your thumb to get like it
Oh,
off the
okay.
stack.
Kind of like a yeah. I know what you're talking
There's something
about. Why
really
can't I think?
satisfying about eating them one by one. And normally I'm not really a person that likes to eat things in like small amounts. So like if I'm shelling peanuts, I will actually sit there, shell all the peanuts I want to eat, and then eat them so I can eat them like
Oh,
several at a time.
interesting. Okay.
I really hate the drip effect of like having one at a time. There's something about it that just drives me nuts.
Interesting. Speaking of drip effect, we should probably get out of here soon. I'm just kidding. I have no idea what that segue
Yeah, so we've been
was.
going for about an hour and 15
Yeah.
now.
Let's do a couple cool questions. If you're live here right now and you want to ask us a question about anything, well, not anything, but almost anything, and it doesn't even have to be tech related, just go for it. Put it in the chat right now. I do have, I think, a couple on Discord that I can pull into, but I've totally forgot. I did have a super chat earlier from friend of the show, Skeet Sayer. Gave us $5 Canadian. Thank you so much. Said, excuse me. Said, I have humble choice, and ever since the Steam sale does not, and ever since the Steam sale does not inspire me, am I wrong? Number one, I actually don't know that many people who are subscribed to Humble Choice, so that's pretty cool that you dig that. And you know what? Here's the thing: I wouldn't say the Steam sales inspire me much anymore, just because I've pretty much bought everything and have a lot of damn games. But no, I could totally see that. I mean, if you're getting your fill from Humble Choice, like, awesome. Like, yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Do you think they're wrong, Galena?
No, I mean, like, if you already, I mean, it's kind of, I think that's the effect that having Xbox Game Pass has on me, where I'm not so like, I have to get this game because I have this kind of security of like being exposed to so many new games for quote unquote free or the cost of my subscription that I think like I don't necessarily jump as much for the Steam sale, which is probably why I get so excited about the ones that are really cheap because I'm just like, these are great games. I want to spread the love.
Yep. Got a question from friend of the show, Jeff. Oh, what's going on? Jeff says, "How is Guthrie is his name? I haven't had a kitty update in a while. Guthrie's doing awesome. Like it's been about 6 months since we've brought him into our life, and like, man, that boy, he knows how to cuddle. Like when he's ready to cuddle, he just lays on you, just like a wet blanket." And
It's
yeah,
blanket.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that just like forms to you. He just like he crawls over and just like yeah, right on you, and he's just like molds to you, and he's just
Oh,
like
that's so
done.
cute.
Uh,
I
so
do
cute.
I do wish we had more sightings of him during the podcast though.
It's the funny thing. Like he comes in usually around like 10-ish, but like he doesn't come in here that often when I'm working. Not like BB did. Uh, like yeah.
He respects your work.
Nah, I think he's just like, I'm just sleeping,
He doesn't
whatever.
even wait, he doesn't even like the warm air from the PCs.
You know, he's a simple man. There's some things in life he just hasn't figured out yet. like,
He's an orange kitty, right?
he is. Yeah, he
Is
doesn't.
he like is
That
there a
that one
typical
brain
orange kitty?
cell, yeah, that one brain cell does not get past his way that often. And like, there's plenty of
Oh,
times
poor
where like,
kitty.
well, I'll look over and it's like, oh my God, there was a piece of like steak right next to you for like 20 minutes. How the hell did you not even like look its way? Like, I'm just like, oh boy,
I
he's a simple man. He's a simple man.
I, I was introduced to the orange cat stereotype like in college because I had never owned any pets before. And somebody said they're like, yeah, some orange cat wasn't the brightest. I'm like, what do you mean by that? I thought cats were smart. He's like, for the first 6 months of my cat's life, he didn't know the direction up. My other cat would get on a chair and like boop him like across the top of his head, and he would like look all around him on this like plane, and he just couldn't figure out how this other cat was hitting him. And then one day he goes, "Oh, there you are."
Uh, yeah, and it's funny because it's not like one of my past cats. Like he was dumb, like walk into wall dumb. Like you're stupid, dude. He was not orange, but Guthrie, like he's not stupid. He's just like he just lives how he lives. He's just a simple
No, he's a
man,
simple cat.
simple
Simple
man.
cat.
So I don't think he even knows that this PC puts off heat. I've tried to put him on once, and he was just like, eh,
Why'd you put me
whatever.
there for?
Yeah, he's yeah. So he's doing well. I do need to get a checkup for his hypothyroidism. But I mean, it seems like
Poor
he's
kitty.
doing good. So, but yeah, no, doing good. So there's the Guthrie check in. Here we go. J.W. Dickinson asks Elena, how do you feel about the recent GPU launches? Getting serious now.
Ooh. So I mean, I think we've talked about this on the show before, right? So I think it's always good when people have more choices available to them because usually there's always at least somebody that will connect to the product being launched. Uh, Whether or not that's in agreement with the general prevailing opinion of reviewers and, uh, the general populace. I think for the ones that have launched most recently, on the NVIDIA side, I think it's really a thing where it's like depending on the price and the features you're looking at, um, that really determines whether the card is good for you. I at least I'm more conservative, obviously, about purchases, especially in the area that's supposed to be for like quote unquote mainstream gamers, people who are looking to spend 300 to maybe at most 400 for a card, which is already quite expensive. So I just don't feel like we're seeing cards, even with especially with the latest launch with the 4060, where we're not seeing cards that really. If I had 250 to spend, maybe 300, I don't think any of the current gen would really speak to me. Maybe the 7600, but it's kind of my general feeling right now.
Okay. Got a good feeling update. Steez asks, does Gordon like to bet on sports now that it's legal in many places? I have no idea.
I don't think no, wasn't there that CES video where you guys are walking through the casinos and he's like the winning move is to not gamble,
Oh,
but
yeah,
to
yep,
like
yep.
just get the free drinks and food or whatever it was?
I don't know if he was talking about sports though. Like I think it was just like traditional gambling.
But gambling is
So
gambling,
yeah,
so
true. But he he has said that. So I'm gonna say I don't think so. Dark Helmet, a friend of the show, asked, "Did I see the trailer for Flight Simulator 2024?" I did, and that's pretty exciting. I actually think it's pretty smart that they're updating the name or the year on it. I mean, or just drop the year. Why not just call it Flight Simulator? I don't know. But yeah,
like Madden now.
right. But it's one of those games that like looking. It's funny. I look at Steam. Let's see, because I can sort by hours played, and it's definitely one of the top ones up there. So I have 64 hours logged, but I don't remember playing 64 hours. Like it's definitely one of
Did you
those
just
games
leave
that
it
is just
on?
like, well, no, I think it's just one of those games that just like, well, actually, sometimes you do have to leave it on for a long time to like update or like download new stuff. But no, it's one of those games that just like I feel like I haven't played that much of it. Like I've barely scratched the surface, but I've played at least over 60 hours in it. A couple more and we can get out of here. A friend of the show, Pedro Akura, Adam and Elena, besides games and tech stuff, what other hobbies do you have, Elena?
Well, I thought you should go first this time.
Um, I don't. I guess I don't have many hobbies.
True. Maybe we should name them for each other if we can't think of our own.
Yeah,
Because mine was also a stalling tactic.
I'm
Because
just
like you're really into vinyl, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like you
No,
collect vinyl.
I
That's
love
really
vinyl.
cool.
Yeah, vinyl collecting. I don't know if I guess you would call that a hobby, right?
Yeah,
I
and then
guess
you also like to go to like different breweries and stuff. Like you're into beer.
definitely into beer, definitely into vinyl. Uh, yeah, no, vinyl is like it's one of those ones where I feel like I'm getting a good collection. Like I've just barely started out and like really digging into my personal favorites kind of thing. Beer, yeah, I love. I mean, we're just spoiled with beer options here. Like, especially when I went to Taiwan and was looking around for breweries. I mean, I found Beer Cat, but that wasn't a brewery. That was a bar. Uh, but like, the beer scene over there is not very deep and and amazing. So I was kind of
I
bummed by
think
that.
photography, you're really, I mean, I guess that's also your work, your job to a degree, but I feel like
Yeah.
still photography is like a hobby of yours. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Like that's the hard part with audio, video and photo stuff. Like because I do that as work too, it's hard to be like, "Oh man, like I love doing video." It's like, "Well, that's your job." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, like I do kind of like doing it." So um but yeah, I like I've wanted to get into like for me, like I've wanted to get into a hobby like woodworking or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like just something I can do with my hands like that is what I wish I had, unfortunately. But yeah, um, yeah. First thing that comes to mind for you, I guess, is dancing. But do you even dance that much anymore? Or?
I do.
Oh, you do. Oh,
It's
okay.
been limited because during the pandemic, it was definitely limited because I do partner dancing. So that was a really sure way to spread the disease. So like pretty much everyone went on hiatus outside of maybe like a couple of like safe bubbles where people would practice, just kind of stay, keep their
Mm,
hand in it, so to speak. Um, but now things have opened up more, so I'm going out more, a little bit more for it. And I've got a couple of friends that from different dance styles from my primary that we're trading back and forth a little bit to learn the others, which is super fun and super cool. So like a really nice way to like get perspective on your own dance without actually like completely leaving it.
hmm,
And it kind of helps you like synthesize certain concepts that maybe like you're staring too directly at the problem normally. So now you're kind of coming out from the side.
hmm.
Um, and I like those friends, so it's just fun hanging out and trading those tips. Um, I would say another hobby of mine is eating. I really like to eat.
Which side note, real quick, I've mentioned this before, and I've always thought about starting a blog where I review donuts, like it's just like a donut review blog. But like writing doesn't come easy for me, like especially in the depth that I want to get for the donuts.
That's
But I
why
had
YouTube's perfect for you.
well, but then no, I was actually thinking TikTok. I've been trying to figure out a way to have a TikTok presence because I'm not going to dance. I'm not doing comedy or something like that. But I was like, I'm on TikTok, but I don't have anything on TikTok. And I'm like, man, I could do donut reviews
Yeah,
on
that would be
TikTok.
perfect.
What if it was just a
No,
TikTok of like donut reviews? Like,
no, I mean that's the thing. Like TikTok, it's like really, it's just becoming just a platform for people sharing information. Because like I have friends who are on the platform. One of the reasons I'm not on TikTok, the primary reason is because I'm a little weirdly privacy obsessed in the sense of like if I don't understand like how the app is actually mining my data, or if I have concerns about the company behind the app, I won't install it. So that basically shuts me out of like I have Facebook as like logged in by mobile, but that means I don't get notifications in a timely manner. So most of my friends are like, Elena, Elena, and I'm like, you need to text me or use something else. Um, like WhatsApp, I don't really use because of that. And then like TikTok, it's not on my phone either because I'm not really confident or comfortable with, the parent company behind it. But from what I understand from my friends who share links, like you can learn all kinds of things. That there are a lot of people who are like, I didn't know that I was neurodivergent until I started watching a bunch of TikTok videos talking about symptoms. And I was like, oh, wait a second, maybe I should go get evaluated. And then there's like a bunch of people who do like book reviews and like people who have like hairstyling tutorials. So like it's just like a huge, huge like platform for all kinds of different content now. So I think you probably do
That's
really
wild.
well with your donut reviews there.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's something I'll get into. Maybe that'll be a hobby, reviewing donuts.
That'd be fun. I like that. Let's see, what else do I do? I like to read. I don't do as much these days
Yeah, you have a
because
lot of
there's just
manga too, don't you?
I used to collect manga,
Okay.
but I don't anymore. I'm really out of date with anime and manga, so I don't
Mm.
really know I feel like such an old person saying this, but like the current art style also doesn't really speak to me
Hmm.
with that kind of more like moe kind of look with like the really, I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old fogey at this point, so you just kind of attach to certain
We're all,
things and you
yeah.
just get used to it, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's funny because I see at least one person in the chat saying that one of my hobbies is deal hunting, and the funny thing is I don't even think of it as a hobby. It's just like breathing air to me.
Right? I mean, that's the same kind of thing I was thinking was like photography. I'm just like, just what I do. Yeah. uh, that's funny. Deal hunting. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. VC Jester said, watching horror movies is a hobby. Then if that's the case, then yes, that is definitely one of my hobbies. Uh, Actually, I
Mm.
love studying movies after I watch them. I don't know if that's a hobby, but like I'll usually like the first place I'll go is like IMDb. They always have like a trivia section, or not trivia, like a facts section about every
Mm.
movie, and I always like going into almost every movie I watch, just seeing what's in there, like being like, wait, why did they make this? Why this is so crappy? How did this? Or man, that was good. I want to know more facts about it.
Yeah. I have a couple of friends like that where they like get really into discussing like the cinematography choices and like the plot um and the screenwriting itself, just like the dialogue, things like that. And for me, I think because I have a literature slash book like heavy reading background, I don't it doesn't always strike me as much when there's like but this sounds terrible because it means I don't really appreciate these people's work that deserve to be appreciated. But I don't really notice like things like cinematography and music unless it's like exceptionally striking on a personal level for me. But what I do pay attention to most is like plot pacing, like dialogue exchanges. And I think it's because of my literature background. So I get
mm,
really obsessed sometimes or really, really upset when there's just like glaring plot holes or like something's just not like flowing well. Like that kind
mm,
of thing really
mm.
throws me.
Lewis Law says Legos are a hobby. That's true. I think we're both guilty of that.
I don't know if it's a hobby. I just buy kits that I really love. There's like a tall neck one that I bought when that came out for Horizon, the
Yeah.
Horizon franchise, and I still haven't built it yet. So that probably tells you more that my hobby is collecting and buying things more than actually doing Lego.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I could see
Adam
that.
actually asked me the other day, like I shouldn't admit to this publicly, but I'm going to. He's like, "Did you finish that Super Mario one?" And I was like,
That one.
The TV might not be done yet." Or sorry, not the Super Mario, it was the NES one.
I
Yeah.
mean, but it's got Mario on it. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does have it on the
Yeah.
TV, but
Yeah.
it's like properly, it's probably called like the
Yeah.
Nintendo console one. Oh man.
Last little hobby that I can think of is that I've been really big into body language. There's this YouTube channel called the Behavioral Arts, and
Oh,
he,
interesting.
yeah, I just love his YouTube videos. He'll like, and I've started reading books on like body language and like what non-verbal cues, like what physical cues are meaning to say. Uh, and a lot of it is like like trying to spot liars, things like that, but I'm not really into that as much as just like understanding like physical movements and like how that syncs up with what people are saying and how to get points across and things like that. So it's almost more like a mix between like delivery, but then also like the
That's
actual like
interesting.
behavior of it. So it's been really interesting to read.
This like is he has a YouTube channel or is
Well,
it
yeah,
such
it started off because he has a YouTube channel. He got big because he did a body language dissection of the famous Will Smith slap. Um, like yeah, and so like that's just how he got big. So I just like came across my feed, but like
interesting?
I watch almost every video he does now, and like yeah, it's super
This
awesome. It's called
is
Behavioral Arts.
Is this specific to like American context or at least like Western slash like European? Because body language is so different across cultures
It's
too.
American. Yeah, yeah. No, he's specifically an American, and like there's he'll cite a bunch of research, especially if it's not American based research, and he'll definitely cite certain things. Like I guess there was a study saying that I, across the world, no matter what region you're in, there's only one emotion that has an asymmetric thing on the face, and that's contempt. Like it's usually
Mm.
like an asymmetric thing, and like no matter where you're at in the world, like that's the only emotion that's asynchronous across every culture. So things like that. It's like very like just cool stuff. It's yeah.
Interesting.
So and Robert Lawrence, like yes, I totally understand what you're saying, but this guy was trained by one of the guys who like wrote the books for like FBI interrogators, and like this isn't just like and he'll always like be very open and honest about dispelling like, oh, there's no one thing that points you to, oh, this person's lying, or like, oh, if you look up and to the left it means that this person's always lying. Like this is not that kind of stuff. Like this is definitely like legit, like understanding how body language works and things like that. So it's super cool. Anyway, yeah. I don't see any more questions.
I don't think so.
Actually, there is a hobby I still want to get into. It's still on my list. Is Battlestar Galactica. Not Battlestar Galactica, Babylon 5. I'm sorry.
Like what?
Got those two mixed up. Babylon 5. I still every once in a while I
You
will
have
like
to
look at
watch
that.
it. We were gonna
I know,
watch it,
yep.
and I was waiting for you to start, and then like it never happened.
Yep. I mean,
We
yeah.
should we should maybe
should
create
figure
a
it out.
channel for that on Discord server so we can do like a full group watch
Oh, you
along.
know what? That is a good idea because when we did it, it was just like us. I think it was even
We're thinking of
before
doing like a
Discord.
podcast, but that was because we're stuck at
Discord,
home. We had
yeah.
nothing else to do, and
Yeah.
now things have opened back up, so our free time's more limited again.
Actually, yeah, maybe we should do Babylon 5 and have it be like a Discord thing. Maybe like a weekly meeting, like a book club.
Yeah,
Like,
fun,
hey, we're
actually,
gonna watch
yeah.
episodes, this through
Yeah, that'd be
this.
super fun.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, cool. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. We
Yes,
have been
please.
going for an hour and a half. Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
anyway, check back next week for your talk of the tech and food and other stuff like cats and video games. Maybe, who knows?
We'll talk about proper tech next week.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. I still trying to line
Maybe
up a
we'll
guest.
maybe we'll do an S tier ranking, or sorry, a tier ranking for hardware next week, so it's on topic.
Maybe. We need to talk about next week for sure. Anyway, thank you, Elena, for joining me on this
It's
half
fun.
nerd. It was fun. It's been over a year. And thank you, all you fine folks for hanging out in the chat. Coffee said you have a super
Oh
chat.
yeah, Coffee
I'm
did
so
put in a
sorry.
super chat.
Totally missed it. $6.99 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. Said I have a dumb cat too. He thinks the LED light from the chandelier are warming him up. He does that thing
Oh.
where he closes his eyes like sunbathing, like this, like.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
okay.
cute
That's
though.
cute. That's cute.
If you can, if you ever join the Discord server, please share a photo of that because that's adorable.
I can just imagine it in my mind's eye.
So cute.
Anyway, yes. So thank you for the super chats. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for all that stuff. Go over to our Discord. There's a link in the description. If you can and feel the need to give Brad some money to help get him on his feet, there's a link to the GoFundMe. He has said that it just all these contributions like continue to bring tears to his eyes. Like he just loves the outpouring of support the community has given him. So thank you everybody. It is definitely appreciated. And Skeet say the next podcast will be next Tuesday. So we will be back here, same bat time, same bat channel. Anything else that I want to say?
Tomorrow, there's a live build.
Yes, tomorrow. If you want to hear us talk about PCs,
Actually, talk about PCs.
yeah, I don't know why.
Probably food too, because that's a tradition when we build.
True. We are going to have a live stream. Elena and I are going to be in the studio. We're going to be building in a small form factor rig. So I'm going to make that
Gordon's
post.
not here.
Yeah, Gordon's not here. The kids are going to have fun playing with small form factors. So yeah, look forward to that. I think we're going to go live at 1. Is that okay?
One-ish, yeah.
One-ish,
It's a little
one-ish.
dependent on my kitty's
Yeah,
schedule,
somewhere
unfortunately.
around there.
Sorry, everybody.
So yes, we will build a PC, and you can make fun of all the PC building that you want. And yeah, maybe we'll do tier lists while we build the PC. We'll just do new tier lists. Anyway, yes, 1 p.m. Pacific ish. I'll put the post on YouTube, and then you can get that. Hit the bell. Put a crack in that bell like the Liberty Bell. Anyway, it is not cat themed Lewis Law. It is small form factor. It's cool themed. It could. I guess
it's not this time.
But it's not this time. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. I am going to hit the button over here to play the music, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.